The NFC North, Cincinnati Bengals coming off a Super Bowl prime position to lead only not that division, but the whole conference. Me and Donnie are going to talk, see if we think there's any way anybody can stop Joe Burrow and them Cincinnati Bengals. Hello and welcome to Through the Table on FTB Sports. Thank you once again for joining me. Always appreciate the support. Last week of June's almost over. Man, this year is flying by and we're getting closer to football. So we got to wrap up our little preview. So, Donnie, how's it going, buddy?
Brit? Oh, shoot, man. You couldn't have said it, dude. This year just seems to fly by. I don't know. It's just because the last couple ones kind of been like Debbie Downers, right? We actually started to go back out. But, man, it's just been zipping by.
Dude, it really has. But, I mean, I like it because it gets us closer to what we talk about most, what rules the sport talk world is the NFL. It's the shortest season of all the professional sports, but somehow you can still make content year round with the NFL. I mean, how they space their off-season programs, they stay relevant.
To build anticipation.
Yeah, basketball would be close, but I don't think it's because of popularity. I think it's just because of timing. The NBA Finals, there still had been a lot of NFL stuff because you're talking draft. So what I just said was wrong.
I mean, it's filled the show with content, so I know. It definitely is all year, whether you were watching the players play or not. There's always something to be talked about.
Yeah.
I mean,
and speaking of what to talk about, since the schedule has come out, we've been going through divisions. They have just been happening to fall in a certain order, so we're just going to keep on going with the order. Today, we're going to the North Division, but we're going to the AFC side of it, which last year, Baltimore won 11 games, Cincinnati won 10. I didn't write down Cleveland because the bookies don't have anything on Cleveland because the up in the air of the Deshaun Watson thing. So there's no line on the over-under for Cleveland.
But I mean, they were bad last year, so I only assume they're probably worse this year with all the turmoil, loss of players.
They didn't win 9 games last year?
Shoot, man. I want to say the year before that, they squeaked in the playoffs with 9 wins. I think they only won 6 or 7 last year.
And then last year, Pittsburgh won 9 games.
Keeping that winning season alive. Or seasons alive.
Yeah. So what we're going to do here, we're going to go see if, like we have with every other one, we're going to see if we can hit Vegas's number. And, I mean, it's in the Gambling Show. Don't misinterpret what I'm saying. But see if you would go with the over or the under on these win totals here. But they have Baltimore at 9.5 after winning 11 last year, which I don't understand that. But maybe because they think Cleveland's going to be better or possibly better because Deshaun Watson at quarterback makes it a little bit more interesting than Baker Mayfield at quarterback. Maybe that could have something to do with Baltimore 9.5.
I mean, he did look better when he was playing in Houston, but the thing is, he's
He's
several
a
games.
bum. He's a bum.
He's been out for quite a bit of time. He's
Um,
dealing with a lot of trouble. I really don't think he's going to play this year. He
and that's
looks
got to
stressed.
take a mental toll too, which
Yeah,
affects your game also. So
definitely.
even if he does play with all that going on, is he better than Baker Mayfield? I don't know. It all depends on how you rate Baker Mayfield, to be honest.
It kind of just felt
But
like the
because of
Browns were
that,
just mad
because
at Mayfield, and
right,
so
yeah, yeah, because there is to a certain degree a messed up Deshaun Watson is better than Baker Mayfield, but how much of a messed up Deshaun Watson and what kind of a messed up
yeah.
Deshaun Watson brings him to where Baker Mayfield, and that's even Baker Mayfield would accept because, like you just said, if he feels disrespected, if the Browns say, "Hey, you're our starting quarterback," is he just like, "Nah, nah, I'm taking the day off."
We talked about it before.
Pride.
I don't think he's going to sit out. He may fuss about it. He may,
But we
but it just
say that before every player sits out. No, a player wants to play. He won't let anything get in the way of playing.
I
He'll
just think
go
it's a
out
bad
there on
idea.
a broken leg and risk his whole career to get out there for his team. But you're telling me when it comes to money, they're like, nah, I ain't playing.
Just because
That's
they feel
like, come
disrespected. It
on.
has
That's
nothing to
not
do
an
with money.
athlete.
I mean, I guess it does in some aspects.
That's not an athlete mentality, man. I don't
Well,
want a guy like that at my club.
you're right, but that's just the mentality of the NFL. You're seeing all these guys getting bigger and bigger contracts. You're looking at it like I can really put up points.
That's
I'm
sport
not talking about
everywhere.
Mayfield, but just in general, that's how
No,
players
correct.
feel. You
Yeah.
know,
But let's
they
be
want that
clear.
money
Don't send
because
this clip to
it's a
Baker
business at the end of
Mayfield.
the day. I
Right.
mean, it
I
is.
no, I get that, but
There's not as much camaraderie as there used to be in the
uh,
NFL. It's just
I
almost
understand
everybody
the
out for
NFL is
themselves
a
to a certain
franchise, but
extent.
yeah, I know that. But we as fans rooting for this team, it feels like a club to us, not a franchise in a big company.
See, as somebody who isn't really
That's the
involved
thing.
in European football, I feel it's different, man. I view it as a franchise. I don't see
No,
the camaraderie that people over that watch European football have
no,
with their
even
team.
when you're an NFL fan of a team, you feel the attachment you feel makes that entity feel like a club and
Okay,
not an NFL franchise. So when crap like all that happens, that's why like real true NFL team supporter, they get pissed off all the time over NFL dealings
okay, yeah, you're right about
because
that.
we don't want it to be a business. I understand it is. It's an ironic statement because the what we feel for our teams is the club feeling.
Yeah,
And
I can see
so
that. No,
ownership,
man.
that's why people get pissed off with ownership a lot because owners aren't fans.
No. Well, I get. I don't know. I guess some are, some aren't. But I get what
It's
you're
not
saying.
genuine unless it's a publicly owned
Yeah.
entity like the Green Bay
I was
Packers
like, yeah,
are.
unless you're the Packers, man. But
They have over 525 owners.
that's cool.
Like when you look at the owners, it's 500 over 525,000 people as the owner, and the club is governed by a board of directors.
Dude, that's hard making decisions in that organization.
Well, because if things are wrong, you're getting 525,000 letters
Yeah, yeah,
telling you you're a bum and you're a piece of crap and you need to fix this.
100%.
And I would love to be in a club like that. But I'm not a Green Bay Packer fan. So
I think you have a good organization. I mean, you know.
oh
you've been around for a
no,
long time.
but every organization isn't run well, and the Pagulas, I think
Shoot,
they
the Bills even
run
have the shtick of like jumping on tables, man. Breaking the
they
table.
they run our fans do. I thought it was a little shady that they trademarked Bills Mafia and took that trademark away from the people.
I mean,
I didn't
yeah.
like that at all, but you know what? We moved on, so it is what it is. So we should move on. Um, I guess the up in the air, maybe we'll move through quickly, but let's just start off here with the Cleveland Browns.
Huh? Okay.
Vegas has nothing on them. Last year, lots of turmoil, hence all this quarterback movement, and the Cleveland Browns taking a risk on being stamped as the worst ran franchise in NFL and in the history of NFL, and they have succeeded in that. This is a horrible organization, and how they
Yeah.
structured how they structured the contract makes it even worse.
They should not
And
have done that to themselves.
and they're getting what they deserve. And you know what? Every win I give them, I'm not going to feel good about it. They should go 0-17. That's what they deserve. But anyway, we're going to leave that out of it. They start off on the road in Carolina. Everybody knows how we already feel about Carolina. We went through it. We feel Carolina will win this game. Has anything happened since we talked about the NFC South that makes you think Cleveland could win this game, besides having a trash quarterback end up playing next season?
Sorry, my screen was frozen, but I could hear you. Apologize. No, man. This is gonna be a hard decision making because we, you know, as far as our depth chart's concerned, Deshaun Watson's still a starting quarterback. So
True.
I think it is gonna be a little more difficult.
So
But I don't think
we'll make our decisions with Cleveland having the trash quarterback. So
I mean they got Amari Cooper now, so that should help
actually
the
we
wide
do.
receiver core.
Yeah. So we had Carol. I misspoke. We have Cleveland winning this game
Against Carolina. Yeah, I would say
Yeah.
yes. You know, unfortunately, I mean, and that's bad to say. Like, you're gonna get beaten by Cleveland, but yes, I do think they're gonna beat them.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I think Kareem Hunt, you know, Chubb, great running back tandem.
They have really good running backs. I'm a fan of their running backs. They play for a crap organization, man. It's a shame.
You know, I think if Deshaun Watson plays, I mean, I think he'll be good. I mean, I don't think he's going to be trash. I don't think he will play. I think Mayfield will play, and if he sucks up his pride, I think this team can actually be semi-decent.
I don't care if he throws 1 million touchdowns this season, which is impossible. You don't even throw 1 million passes. But I'll still call him the trash quarterback.
Well, that's because he's. I mean, I don't want to.
I'd rather have Drew Lock. I'd rather have Drew Lock than Deshaun Watson.
Objectively, I mean, I'm gonna have to go no on that one. I do see the amount of stress he looks like under pictures. In his pictures,
he doesn't
he does not look like he's. I mean, as he shouldn't with that many allegations, but like, there's a lot of stress on his shoulders right now, and I don't know. I don't think he's going to play this season. I think, like you said, the Browns made the biggest mistake ever. Was it like $214 million or something like that?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, and the thing is, they can pay Baker Mayfield because the way they structured a quarterback who's worse than Drew Lock's contract, they already paid.
I feel that's a little bit of a personal attack.
Drew
Lock, come on, bro.
They already paid Watson.
I know.
So they have the money. They can pay Mayfield too. So I don't see him doing anything with Mayfield.
No, he'll
They're
probably end up
just letting
starting.
him sit at home. But anyway, on to
You think? Okay, I don't know. I don't think he's going to sit at home.
on the way to the New York Jets.
Never
Well,
works out.
it's a home game, so not on the way to the New York Jets. I think the Jets can beat Cleveland.
I was going to say the same thing. I think this is going to be a Jets one. I think the
I
Jets are going to be decently, surprisingly, not surprising. They did great draft picks. They really moved their organization in the right direction. I think they're going to do pretty well.
But I still think, even though you think they'll do pretty well, I still think watching it, you'll still be like, damn. You'll still be impressed. Even though you predicted it, said it'll happen, watching it happen, you'll still be like, wow, this is impressive.
They just play in a hard division. They're not going to be able to make the playoffs.
The schedule's tough, too,
Yeah.
because they're out of conference games. I
mean, the Bills are going to win that division for sure. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
There's not. Bills Mafia, what up?
I mean, maybe they can pull off a wild card spot.
Maybe, but
maybe
there's good teams.
There's really good teams.
There's good teams from this division. So yeah, speaking of that, after that, Cleveland will host Pittsburgh. I have Pittsburgh winning this game.
Yeah, but I heard Trubisky. I mean, they drafted somebody. I just saw his name, man. 1 second. Trying to remember the cat's name. They drafted him this year. He's shoot, man.
What it's he's not the
Pittsburgh's.
Was he the Pittsburgh quarterback?
No, Trubisky, they picked him up, right? But then they picked him up before the draft.
Right.
And then they drafted somebody.
Right.
Pickett, who I was thinking about.
Pickett, right. Yeah.
And so I do think they're still going to be a better team than the Browns this year. Regardless of who's throwing the ball.
You can be better and not win.
Game tapes. But I do think Trubisky will get the start, at least the first nod.
Yeah, no, he definitely will, man. I think he will.
And then depending on what he does, I mean, Pickett could sit there and then, learn and see how it goes, or down the field. I mean, down the stretch, they'll switch.
Maybe. Trubisky in Pittsburgh is interesting.
I think it's a good move for them because they were kind of up in the air. They were kind of almost throwing around some no names.
Because the name, that's what I'm going to say. The names they were talking about, say what you want to say about Trubisky, but the names they were talking about, if I'm not mistaken, Trubisky is top of that board.
Well, they were throwing around like backups, and at least Trubisky's a starter.
But most of them were developing backups.
But most of the guys that they were talking about had their opportunity to start, and they faltered and they fell back in the depth chart.
Right. I'd rather go with Trubisky and try to find my next quarterback rather than taking some backup. It's probably cheaper, but I don't know the structure of his contract. So, but I mean, we talked a lot of trash about Trubisky. He's not a great quarterback, but it's not.
But he played on the Bears, which really weren't a great team. They didn't have anybody to throw the ball to.
I mean, it's better than Rudolph, right? You'd rather
right. That was it. I thought it was Mason Crosby was the name I heard.
Mason Crosby was a kicker?
What? Oh, who was it? There was a guy that they were going to sign. Oh, yeah. Mason Rudolph is who I was talking about.
Mason Rudolph, yeah.
Okay. I was like, I don't think it's Kyle Rudolph.
Sure. Yeah, definitely not.
We each had one name and put it together there.
Right. Okay.
But, I don't think that they're going to be too bad this year. They're definitely going to beat the Browns.
Yeah, right. Then Cleveland goes to Atlanta. I have Atlanta winning this game, and I don't like Atlanta's quarterback situation, but I don't like Cleveland's quarterback situation even more. So I'm gonna go with Atlanta on this one because they're home. Okay, Yeah. And what I have Atlanta winning like
We trashed Atlanta
three
last week.
games.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, but they're going to beat
I
Cleveland.
don't think they're going to beat the Browns.
Where's my markers?
I know we were talking about who is the worst team, and I was pondering it
Yeah.
a couple days after we got done talking, and it's going to be a toss up between Atlanta and Detroit, I think.
So Atlanta might get a win against Cleveland. No.
No, I don't think so.
Right, yeah, you think Atlanta wins that game?
No, I don't. Are you trying to convince me that Atlanta's going to win this game?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing.
It's not.
Okay,
It's not working, buddy.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Well, I put an L there. So Cleveland's 1-4 now.
Now that I know that Cooper's on the Browns, I actually feel a lot better about them going forward. I think they got a solid run game. Now they got a really good wide receiver. I mean, I think regardless of who's throwing the ball, whether it's Watson or Mayfield, I actually think they're going to do pretty decent. They're going to win like 7 games. 7 games. I'll give them 7 games.
Well, we'll see if we get there, bud. The Chargers.
No way.
No way. Nope. The Patriots.
I would like to say no, but this is a coin flip game.
This is not a coin flip game.
I don't think the Patriots are going to do as well.
This is a coin flip game, man.
I'm just messing with you, Brit. No, I know it's because of the organization. It's hard saying that they would lose to a team like the Browns, but I mean, I don't know, man. I would say, yeah, this is a coin flip game. I'm not going to give up that. I'm not
okay. All right. I just got to change it on both. Okay, whatever. Cool. Then they go to Baltimore. Not a chance.
No. Baltimore's going to be pretty dang good this year, I think.
They are.
Unfortunately.
But we'll get to them.
Fully talk trash about them the last 5 weeks.
Whatever.
They just don't. I just don't think they really have anybody to throw the ball to. That's the problem.
Well, we'll see though. Still, we'll see. Then Cleveland hosts Cincinnati.
I would say
no way. Then there's a bye week.
They'll win that one for sure.
You get a break, Cleveland Brown, except for a coin flip game against New England. But you've lost 4, 5, 6, 7 in a row. Possibly
7 in a row. Wow.
With a New England coin flip game in there, because you talked.
That was just me being nice, I guess.
I had them beating Atlanta, but you're like, nah, screw that, dude. Cleveland's better than Atlanta, so they're 1-7 right now, bud.
They were gonna be 0-7 going into their bye week.
No, they beat Carolina.
Okay, so they're 2-7. They're 2-6.
They're 1.
They're going to beat Carolina
with a coin flip game.
Huh? Correct?
No, I thought you talked me. I had Cleveland beating Atlanta.
And I said yes.
Oh, I thought you tried to talk me out of.
No, I literally said Atlanta was probably going to be the worst team. You got to
okay, cool.
Those headphones a little bit, bro.
No, I thought you made me change the Atlanta. So Cleveland beats Atlanta.
Yeah.
Just to be clear. Okay, sweet, definitely. Dude. Okay, yeah, Cleveland. Things ain't looking so good for you, and you have a coin flip game against New England.
And I think that's New England's game to lose. Let me just justify that with that coin flip, not the Browns' game to win.
Yeah, that was assumed, I believe.
Yeah, just want to
I believe, yeah. So they come off the bye week. They go to Miami. I think the Dolphins win this game.
I'm not a huge fan of Tua, but I really want to see how that Hill-Tua matchup works, man. That might be explosive. And the Dolphins had a pretty stout defense last year. They almost made it to the playoffs. They were 1 game out of the playoffs last year. So I would say the Dolphins for sure.
Excellent. Then they go to Buffalo. Not a chance in hell Cleveland wins this game.
I mean, not on this show.
Oh! What? Hey,
I'm just
I've been
playing,
on.
dude. I'm just playing. I don't know
Hey,
if the
the
Bills probably
people
have.
they have you, and you ain't forming in my opinion. You're gonna say what you think. You're not
Yeah,
gonna.
no,
If
I
I
think the
told you,
Bills are
hey,
going to be
say the
really good this
Bills.
year. I thought they were really good last year, and I mean, they've gotten better. More
Yeah,
experience. They added some players. Really interested to see how that Von Miller situation works out because now you have like an
I
experienced veteran on your
I
line.
I think his impact will be not his play on the field. I think his impact will be felt just by being on the sideline and the motivation, just
Yeah,
having a guy like Von Miller there. I
I
think
mean
it
that's a
will.
name on
I
defense.
think it, and I think it will inspire our boys to be the best they can be, and I think they will be the best, and they will be. If you check Twitter, I said the number one defense, and that is why, not because
They
of
were actually
Von
my
Miller
number one
play.
pick too. Well, it was
Yeah,
between them and the Rams, but I went with the Bills just because of the Von Miller situation. And how cool would it be for Von Miller to win 2 Super Bowls back to back on 2 different
and
teams?
I, you asked me unbiasedly what I think. I was like, it's going to be a 1-2 Rams Buffalo coin flip for the best defense.
Did you see that when they were
But
at that golf
but if
tournament?
you asked me, to put them in order,
Yeah,
I'm putting Buffalo first. I
okay,
have
well,
to.
of course.
But
But did
anyway,
you see
back to the
during that golf
Browns.
tournament,
Yeah,
the commentator was? Do you see that?
yeah,
Okay, do you know what I'm talking about? He says the thing about the coin flip.
yeah.
Okay, that was good.
So after they lose to Buffalo, they host Tampa Bay. I don't think there's a chance they win this
Nah,
game. Um, then they go to Houston.
should win.
I think they beat Houston. Awesome. We're on the same page. Then
Well, they
they go.
have to.
Yeah,
Either Baker Mayfield's gonna be pissed that this team just gave him wish the spot away, or Deshaun Watson's got to show him what's up. Either way,
I know, man.
and Houston's trash, unfortunately. Sorry,
Yeah.
never
Then
been
they
to the Super
go
Bowl not once.
right. Then they go to Cincinnati.
And no way they're winning that game.
Yep. Then they host Baltimore. We'll get to them
Loss.
later. Yep. Then they host New Orleans.
You know, I I want to say that New Orleans is going to win. I think they were kind of flip flop from my number 5 spot on my defense. So
I think the Saints are going to have a really good defense this year.
I do. They were going to be my number 5. Man.
Like where they'll finish, I don't know. But one thing I won't guarantee a 1-2 finish like I will with Buffalo and the Rams.
Yeah.
But I won't guarantee that they'd be the third best defense. They'll be a top 5 defense. I think I would take the bet on them being a top 5. Whether they be 5 or 3, I don't know,
I
and
don't
I
think
don't
they're going to be
care.
top 3 defense.
I won't argue. I won't argue
I
with
don't
you.
think that.
But I think they will. They have the highest probability, the third highest probability of anybody, I feel, in the NFL
You think so?
as finishing with a top 5 defense.
Okay.
They're the 3 teams you can
I was going to say I
guarantee
think it's going to be my top 3 would probably end up being Bills, Rams, and Tampa.
No, and I'm fairly confident I guarantee you that Baltimore Ravens will also be a top 5 defense.
Yeah, maybe the top 10 for sure.
Oh, clear, dude. I'll put top 5.
I don't know about top 5.
In injury, they had a whole bunch of, but anyway,
You're right.
we're not.
They had a lot of
Yeah,
injuries last year.
we're not talking about them right now. Let's get through the Browns. Okay, so Baltimore, New Orleans, they lose that game.
Yes.
At Washington, can they go to Washington and beat Washington?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a win here too.
Okay. Yeah.
If anybody remembers the NFC North conversation.
Washington was hit hard, if I can remember.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then they go to Pittsburgh. I don't think they win this game.
Should be a loss. I mean, I don't know that because that's going to give them a sweep, right? A Pittsburgh sweep.
Yes, and I think that's fair.
Okay, I think if they were going to win one game, it would be the
I
first
don't
game.
think. Yeah. Yes.
Oh,
I
they definitely have to win the second one.
yeah.
No matter where
I have a
the more
Pittsburgh.
way, it doesn't matter. Pittsburgh's not going to lose to Cleveland that late in the season.
Thank you. So we're looking at 5 wins with a coin flip.
Couldn't even get them to that 7 wins, so maybe 6, but realistically 5.
Yeah. All right. So let's move on.
That stinks, man.
Clearly, I don't care. They're a horribly ran organization, dude. Their owners are not fit to own a.
Not everybody can be a good organizer, okay?
Yeah, but you don't have to be
Or a good GM.
You don't have to be this shady and
franchise
this.
owner.
You don't have to be this shady and this conniving and this horrible.
Nah, there was definitely some backdoor deals going on with that contract.
Yep.
Like they didn't know before the contract was even written. Like who got paid off to be like, take this dude? Because that is a lot of money, my friend, to not even play a single game guaranteed too.
And they're like, hey, for some reason, we're going to pay you all this money. Even if you get in trouble, hey, here's all this money, buddy.
Here's $214 million, but you don't have to touch the ball not once.
Like it's like, hey, you're going to lose out on a lot of money. So here's this money you could lose out on. Come play for us.
Browns promised
a contract, a job, and not to lose any money.
No, what was the organization promised to like be willing to do something like that? Like who sat down in front of somebody else and was like, you know, I think it's a good idea. Giving this guy a boatload of money.
You got to put it on the GM, bro.
Yeah.
It's on the GM.
I mean, I know, but the GM answers to the owner. The owner had to have me.
He's obviously fine with it.
I guess, man. I'm just saying that's the dude who writes checks.
He would have done something already. And he hasn't. So he is complicit in my view. He is not fit to own an NFL franchise. But anyway, let's talk about something better. Let's talk about probably the wild card team right here. Pittsburgh. Who I like this team. Well, I want this team to do well, kind of, not really. But I just like when...
Mom would be ashamed of you for saying that.
When Derrick Henry came out, I said he was going to be the best running back in the NFL.
No, you didn't. You talked trash about him, bro.
No, I talked
trash about him for like 3 years.
I talked trash about he was being utilized, and I talked trash about him in the sense you couldn't trust it because of how he was utilized. And I was mad because if they utilized him correctly, he would have been top running back. But he wasn't.
2 years ago,
he was a frustrating owner.
Where, I can't believe my brother drafted Derrick Henry first. That's crazy. And he went off.
Right. Yeah, because that's when they changed how they were operating him.
Okay.
Because as good as he is, he wasn't trustworthy in fantasy football.
I got you, Brit.
Because you didn't know if he was being played or not. But anyway, Najee Harris is going to be one of the best running backs in the NFL. If he is not the best one to get, because he is a really, really good running back. It does fall on Pittsburgh, but traditionally Pittsburgh, Najee Harris should be fine.
I mean, they've already produced more than one top running back.
I know it's easy when you have a long period of time with a consistent quarterback.
Yeah.
You can change coaching staffs, but you have that consistent quarterback. Yeah. It makes things a lot easier. Not to mention, I understand the caliber of Ben, and Najee Harris probably won't have a Ben Roethlisberger caliber.
No, definitely
quarterback.
Not.
But we always see that the NFL's changing. It's not that league anymore. So can different types of quarterbacks now be successful in the NFL? It looks like you can. So
I think the most successful quarterbacks are pocket quarterbacks. Kind of moved away from that for a little bit.
Well, I mean, you gotta love Kelly and Thomas running the K gun in Buffalo in the early 90s, running ruckshaw all over the league, man.
Okay.
High tempo, what the NFL is today, man. The Bills were doing that way back. We invented that.
Oh yeah. Well, how many Super Bowls did you win back then?
So Pittsburgh,
Oh, okay.
they start off the year in Cincinnati. Unfortunately, I think they'll have a decent. Well, no, I don't think they'll have a decent season, but I have optimism for them. I want Najee
They
Harris
have
to
a
have a
better
really good
chance
year.
than the Browns do to have a good season.
Yeah, well, we'll see the number we get to at Pittsburgh. Like we said, Vegas has Pittsburgh at 7.5 when they won 9 games last year. So you would think that 7.5 should be pretty easy to get to, but it's a different schedule.
Yeah.
So we'll see. They start off in Cincinnati, so it's not starting off good.
And I know Ben was banged up last year, but man, the guy just had so much talent. It's hard saying that they're gonna get to that number this year. They do have the existing cast that is capable of doing that though.
It is going to be tough getting to 7.
You know,
I gave them a win, which I don't know if they're going to get.
And I really like the Steelers organization, man. I think they're one of the best run organizations in the league.
I gave them 2 wins. Let me
2
change
wins?
that.
No. 2 wins that could go either way. I was like,
yeah.
dang, man.
And I don't know if I lean their way in that matchup. But I gave them wins when I went through it. But we'll get there. This Cincinnati game was not one of them.
Nah, don't see that happening.
The New England Patriot game is not one of them. I don't think they can.
Well,
even at home, it's their best chance, but they don't have the quarterback to do it, man.
We're gonna go through this like Trubisky's their quarterback, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Well, shoot, man, I gave the Browns a coin flip. Now it's just making me reconsider that coin flip. I mean, shoot, dude. If Pittsburgh can't even beat them, you're really gonna give the? Is it a home or away game?
The New England game?
Yeah,
they're at home.
It's the second game of the
which
season.
makes it a coin flip. Yeah, it's the second game of the season.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
Trubisky's going to take a few games.
Yeah, it's going to take a second. Yeah. Okay.
Will he settle down?
He's had.
We'll see.
I know it's different in gameplay, but I mean, he's been on that team since early spring.
Yeah, but
I know it's different. It is different.
Everybody has fun and throws the ball around in shorts and a t-shirt, buddy.
I mean, they probably have padded practice by now.
By now, you talked about all summer. I'm telling you, if they did anyway. It's a lot different.
No, but you're right. I get it. Your gym shorts don't weigh as much as your pads.
Yeah, and you're more relaxed.
And you got a red shirt on, so you're not really getting hit either.
So I'm giving New England this one.
Okay, that's fair.
Then they go to Cleveland. We give Cleveland the win on this.
We did, man.
Yeah.
That's hard going into 3 losses. That's weird to hear Pittsburgh 3 losses right out of the gate.
No. No, we left Pittsburgh with the win here.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, my bad. I'm looking at a green circle, but I'm saying a loss. Yeah. I have it right.
Opposite day. But no, I think Pittsburgh should win this game. I mean, I'm hoping so.
Right.
Because I mean, once you hit that 3 loss, man, it's hard to pull yourself back up.
Right. So then we go to week 4, and here comes the 3rd loss. I think the Jets are better than Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Even in Pittsburgh, I think the Jets can win. This could be a coin flip game, but I don't know if I'm just jumping on the Jet hype here.
Yeah. That's going to be a good game. To be a fly on the wall of your parents' house, man, that's going to be a good game.
Well, here's the funny thing. Jet fan doesn't think they're going to be as good as everybody else thinks the Jets are going to be.
Well, I think they've kind of curbed their enthusiasms just because over the years, I mean, we've heard this before, but I truly think that they have done work that they haven't done in the past.
I think no matter how the Jets do, I think they will exceed the Jets fan expectation.
Yeah. I think this is going to be a very close game. I kind of want to give it to Pittsburgh though.
I'll make a green dot by it. A little, hey, maybe put a red dot over here by the Jets, which could take them down to 9 games, which the Jets probably aren't winning 10. So I'm cool with that right there. Then Pittsburgh goes into a no-win situation. They go up to Buffalo.
Yeah, they're not going to win that game.
Cool. Not even going to try. That's
no,
cool.
not even going to argue with you about it.
And then they host Tampa Bay.
They're probably gonna lose to Tampa.
Yep. Then they go to Miami. I have Miami winning this game.
This is gonna be a close game, man. Shoot,
this is a coin flip thing, man. It's in Miami. So if I have to predict a coin,
I feel like if I had to bet, I'd probably put money on Miami. But it's very, very close. Like,
dude, we're not.
I probably wouldn't bet on this game just because.
Oh, dude, no, hell no. Right now, if you want me to bet on it, hell no, I'm not betting on this game. Yeah, no.
They're both fairly not new teams. They have old players, but like veteran players on those teams, or veteran for those teams, I should say.
Yeah.
But they do have a lot of new, pieces that are going to be fairly interesting.
No, I would definitely leave this game alone at the book, definitely. Then they go to Philly. This is probably a game I don't leave away from the book. I probably go with this one. I'd go Philly, man. Pretty confident.
Pretty confident. Is going to do pretty well this year, man.
Yeah,
they're going to give Dallas a run for their money. I think we gave them 2 losses behind Dallas, if I can remember correctly. Yeah. But
it was
they're still going to be pretty good.
Not really close. I mean,
fly Eagles fly.
Yep. Then there's a bye week, so they went on a 5-game skid here with the coin flip game.
Yeah.
One of those losses being a coin flip. And then they win going into the bye. That's very good. So they come out of the bye, and this one I think is going to be changed because I have Pittsburgh beating New Orleans. And this
did you give that? You gave Philly the win over the Pittsburgh, right? So they went into their bye with a loss.
Oh no, I gave Pittsburgh the win.
Oh, you did over Philadelphia?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think Philly is still good, and everything you said about Philly was correct. But I don't know, man. I had trouble getting to a number, and it comes down to games you have to pick.
I know.
And I have to have faith that Pittsburgh can figure it out. They figured it out.
All they had to do is figure out the quarterback. That's it. But that's like one of the hardest pieces to figure out.
They weren't great last year, and they won 9 games.
Yeah, but
they gotta be able to pull it off.
Didn't they make it into the playoffs because
they were
one team beat another team, and so they
team in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Which is sad to say.
So they actually didn't win a playoff spot. They were given a playoff spot.
Yeah. So, yeah, I have them beating Philly.
Oh, okay. I would go the other way,
but Philly has to lose that game.
Why?
Because of how many? Because what?
It doesn't coincide with what my paper says.
Yeah, I got Philly at 12 wins.
Philly, I think is going to be a really good team this year. 12 wins.
I don't think they're going to win.
That's a lot of wins for Philadelphia. I'm saying good, but not that good.
Thank you. Exactly.
That's first round bye almost.
Yeah, so I got to come up with some losses somewhere. So, hell, Pittsburgh. Why not?
I want to see Miles Sanders go off, man. I do.
You want to put a red dot by the Philly game for Pittsburgh? Sure, dude. We'll put a red dot, man. And now we'll put a green dot over in Philly. Now they're like freaking 13 wins.
Hey, man, green means go.
They're not better than Dallas, and Dallas is trash.
They might actually be better than Dallas this year. I know we already talked about it, but
I don't know.
The more I read about it, I don't know.
I do have them both winning 12 games, so I guess I do think they'll be as good as Dallas. Anyway, so okay, then the bye week, then New Orleans.
Okay, well, I don't think they're going to be New Orleans.
No,
I mean, I am a New Orleans fan. Well, not like that's not my team, but I do like that organization.
Is this a coin flip or is this New Orleans?
No, man, I honestly,
okay.
I know you don't like Jameis Winston, but I do think
I don't like him at all.
I do think he's gonna do. I mean, he's not Drew Brees good, but he's gonna be decent. I think the Saints are gonna make some moves this year. I want to see how Michael Thomas plays. We really didn't hear his name last year because of that altercation that happened at the beginning of the season.
When we talked NFC South, we did put this as a coin flip with a win for New Orleans.
Okay.
I didn't make the adjustment on the Pittsburgh side of the schedule. No, I did though. Okay. And then Pittsburgh goes to beat Cincinnati. Yeah, is that happening? That ain't happening? No. Damn, okay. All right.
Cincinnati, man, it's like 8 wins is what they think?
Yeah, so let's go add to a win for Cincinnati. That puts them at 13. They're not winning no 13 games. But anyway.
What does that put them at?
So that's New Orleans. Where are we at here, dude?
I mean, they probably got a couple losses coming up.
Right. Yeah, they do.
Oh, well, if we're going.
Okay, so then they go to Indy.
Which I think they're going to lose.
Okay, I have this as a loss as well.
You thought I was going to say they were going to win? No,
I did. I was like, oh, man. The way it's been going.
Indy's going to – I think Indy's got like 8 wins in them.
And then Pittsburgh goes to Atlanta. I think they could go to Atlanta and win.
Yeah. I think Atlanta's going to be that free team again, like they were like a couple years ago. That free win team, second bye.
Right, and then Baltimore
loss.
Yep.
Oh man, but that's their rivals. I love seeing those two teams play. Though, man.
Yeah.
They always bring out the best in those two teams, but I don't know, man. I think Baltimore is going to be better this year.
And then they go to Carolina. I have a win.
That's a win. That's a potential win.
The Raiders at home. I don't think they win this game.
Nah. I mean, no. It is a little late in the season, but so they should have all their bugs worked out, or that's just the team, how it's going to be. And it's Christmas Eve. Nah, the Raiders got that.
Okay.
The Raiders always get that holidays for some reason.
Because I have a soft spot and I needed to give Pittsburgh some wins, so I have them winning this game going to Baltimore.
Are you crazy?
I must be.
I mean,
they're not winning that game, are they?
I hate saying they're going to get swept because, I mean, I don't know how long it's been since that happened.
Pittsburgh's not going to be very good.
That was the first game I ever sat down and truly watched all the way through, was a Pittsburgh-Baltimore game.
But Baltimore's going to be really good, and Pittsburgh ain't there.
No.
Like, they're a sweep away from Baltimore.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then they host Cleveland to end the season with a win.
I'll give them the win.
All right. You think they beat the Jets?
I really want to say
it's a coin flip.
It is a coin
It's a coin
flip.
flip, but
It's very close.
if you got to pick a win-loss,
I want to say Pittsburgh wins that one.
oh, okay. Okay.
You don't have to. I mean,
so
give me the reasons why the Jets would win,
I'm really
other
excited
than what
about
we've
this
already
too.
talked
Yeah,
about.
nothing else outside that.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I just think that Pittsburgh has one position that they replaced, where
And the Jets have done so
many, but at the
But
same
then
time,
the Jets have too many wins.
no,
Way too many wins.
I mean,
Pittsburgh
I
has
can
to
look
beat
back on
them.
their schedule and see why we did that, but
Yeah.
I just think that early on in the season,
Okay, we'll go. Okay, I'll win.
because these new cats that are going to be on the Jets are going to take a couple games to get used to the tempo of the NFL, and I mean that's just how it goes.
So we're talking about like 5 wins and then a coin flip game against Philly.
Dang, man! So we couldn't even give him maybe 6 wins.
Maybe.
Man, that's heartbreaking.
You gotta win in Philly.
I mean, it's just this is that year for them, man. I'm not saying they can't get more than that, and it all just depends on how the quarterback situation goes. But I think it is going to be one of those years.
All right, let's quick roll on to Baltimore.
But if I'm Tomlin, I don't want that, because maybe I should have retired with like a flawless career.
Right.
But nah, you don't do that. He's not a quitter. He wants to rebuild this team. That's just who the guy is. So
leave it in a good place.
Yeah,
he got it in a good place.
He's not going to walk away
wants
when
to
it
leave
falls
it
to shambles
in a good place.
in a certain aspect.
But the way things are going, he's going to be really old when he leaves, and he'll have no choice but to leave with a mess.
Well, what is it?
Hopefully not. Hopefully not.
Better to burn out than fade away.
No, I have a lot of respect for Pittsburgh. A lot of respect. But anyway, Baltimore brought in a new defensive quarterback, Mike McDonald. Defensive coordinator, Mike McDonald. He's not new.
I was like, I didn't know about that position.
He's not new in a sense. He worked for John Harbaugh as the linebacker coach. He was also the defensive assistant as well. And then he left to go to Michigan to work for Harbaugh's brother as the defensive coordinator. And now John has brought him back to Baltimore to be the defensive coordinator.
You know those guys barbecue together.
So he's a Harbaugh guy. He's back. Everything I see, it seems like Baltimore Raven fan is really stoked and really happy about this. He got some experience calling plays in the defense and blah, blah, blah. And John was telling Jim what to teach this guy and to make sure he knew how to do properly and get an efficient. Because Jim did do a little bit of time in the NFL, so he knows too. And John is more successful in the NFL, so I'm pretty sure he told Jim, hey, focus on this kind of stuff. This is what I want him to be really proficient at. Him, get the job done, little bro. And
they must feel very highly of him.
And then he's ready. Jim's like, "Hey, John, I think he's ready, man." So he's back, and he says this defense is going to be real aggressive, like it's always been. So no surprise there.
I was like, yeah, they've always had a pretty stout defense. I mean,
he was on the defensive staff when they had those really good defenses.
Yeah.
So he knows what to do, man. He knows how the ship is to be ran, and I think it will be good. They'll be recovered from all the injuries, and I get it. Yeah, everybody suffers from injuries. Yeah.
Oh, man, they got tore up.
And they still won 11 games last year.
Yeah.
So they're going to be healthier, and they're going to have a same style of defensive coordinator play calling as they're used to, but it'll be with fresh something else to make it
different,
more exciting. So they'll be jacked up, even though it's still going to be the same aggressive play style anyway. But it'll put a little juice. He's already been there. He's a Baltimore guy. So I think this bodes well for Baltimore. They're going to have a top 5 defense. I'll guarantee it, man.
I mean, it's hard saying top 5. I know. I mean, it's pretty close. I said top 10 earlier. I could see top 7. I mean, they are going to have a really good defense. Now, how is that going to play out with their game wins? Because really, pretty much, header, the header on the screen.
Yeah. So we're going to find out.
The header on the screen, bro.
Oh yeah, I always do this, don't I, man?
No, what I was going to say was, you know, it was all based on Jackson last year. I mean, the running back did not turn out like they wanted to. And yeah, Marquise Brown was coming on. I mean, he was doing fairly well.
They still managed 11 games.
No, that's what I'm saying. And
this is a really good team.
It's just, yeah, I know they're good, and it's just I just feel like they still need some key component players on offense. But it is good to see the defense because it is much more difficult to make a solid defense than a solid offense.
There's a difference between winning 11 games and making the playoffs than from being a playoff team.
Exactly. You need a well-rounded team to win the Super Bowl. I mean, we've seen it countless. I mean, Tennessee, for example, man, they've made it to the playoffs last 2 years.
But they're not a playoff team.
No, because they're
going to make the playoffs. Yeah, they're going to make the playoffs just because of over a course of a season, just the talent they have. But they're not a playoff team. The Dallas Cowboys say exact same thing. They're great regular season, man, but not a playoff team. Some teams are regular season, but damn, they're a good playoff team.
No,
and
I do think they're going to be a better defense. I do think they're going to be a team to reckon with this year. Even though I'm not a huge fan of Baltimore, I got to give the devil the dues, man. They're going to be a good team this year. I don't think you can, like I've been saying, you can't put it all on one guy, man. The last 3 years I've seen that cat sit on the sidelines with just like utter disappointment at the end of the season.
Yes, man.
And I know that's.
Let's go through the schedule. Let's see. They start off with a game at the Jets.
They should win this game.
I think they do too. Then they host Miami. I think Baltimore can beat Miami.
They're going to be pretty I think they're going to be pretty it's going to be a good game.
It will be a good game.
Matched.
Yeah, I like Baltimore. Here. I think they'll be good.
Just so I'm not flip-flopping, I'm going to give it to Miami.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Brit. More likely the Ravens are.
I mean, when we talked AFC East, there's not a dot by this game.
Yeah, because I know.
Okay. Then they go to New England. I don't think they win this game.
I don't see why they wouldn't. I mean, we just hyped them up all crazy. I mean, I think they can beat the Patriots.
Yeah, but you think they can beat the Patriots?
I mean, if you tell me they got 11 games last year, yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, there's no difference. I mean, there is one difference, and that's just the loss of that wide receiver, or a main difference that it's going to make it harder for them to score some points. But
no, we're cool. We're fine, man. You took a win away from New England.
Oh, that's going to make you feel better.
I'm not going to argue. Not at all. Cool. Then they host Buffalo. Not a chance Baltimore beats Buffalo. They're not better than Buffalo.
They're sorry. Not.
No.
But they definitely could beat them.
At home?
I mean,
in Baltimore.
I just know you gave Buffalo like a crazy amount of wins. I think they only lost one game.
They did only lose one game, man.
Green Bay, I believe, is what it was.
Oh, the Rams.
Oh, the Rams. Okay. Green Bay was kind of like up in the air. I think that was your coin flip one.
Yeah, but I still wasn't convinced.
Yeah, of course. But no, that's neither here nor there. I think they're both good, both going to be decent teams. I do think Buffalo should be a better team. Should be a
Sweet.
better team.
Cincinnati, same thing.
Yeah, I want to say so. I like Cincinnati.
Yeah, so do I.
I don't think, man. It's hard to see that. It's going to be hard to say they're going to sweep Baltimore, though. I think it's going to be a 1-1. It's hard saying they're going to sweep them. Because if Baltimore's coming on like everybody keeps saying they are, then by the time they face them again, they should beat them that next go.
If Baltimore is going to have the kind of season they want to have,
last game of the season,
by week 5, you got to be turning and burning.
Dude, I mean, you're right. But it is crazy that that's their last game, Baltimore Cincy. So that could be a playoff game right there, man. Playoff decision game.
Yeah, you got to be turning and burning. So for Baltimore to have a good season, and Cincinnati will sweep them because they're not winning in Cincinnati. The question is, can they beat Cincinnati at home? I find it more unlikely. I find it more likely that Cincinnati can win on the road out of those two teams. And yeah, I don't think they're good enough to beat Cincinnati.
Okay.
But I mean, coin flip game, sure.
No, this one I would give to Cincinnati.
Right.
But it's not going to matter.
If you don't believe it, if you don't believe in a sweep, then yeah, totally. Then they go to the Giants. I think that's easy peasy. Easy day at the office. Maybe not easy. No day's an easy day at the office. Then they have a home game against Cleveland.
They should win that game.
Pretty sure they win that game, yeah. And then they go to Tampa Bay. I don't think they win this game.
No. I think Tom Brady's going to ball out this year, dude.
Yep. I think Baltimore can go to New Orleans and beat them.
Really?
You don't?
That's a close game. I think the Saints have a better overall team, like as far as like the players.
So you would leave?
I would give it to the Saints.
Okay, I'll put a big dot. Big dot by that. Oh. Wait. Okay. So then they have their bye week. Oh, we did do that. Okay. I just did mark it on Baltimore. And then they host Carolina. I think Baltimore takes Carolina pretty nicely.
Yeah.
They go to Jacksonville. I think that's easy. Yeah. Then they host Denver. I think they can beat Denver. I've already ranted on about Denver, so I'm not going to do it again.
Yeah.
I've done enough of that. But they can beat Denver. They go to Pittsburgh and win.
Yes.
They go to Cleveland and win.
Yes.
They host Atlanta and win.
Mm-hmm.
They host Pittsburgh and win.
What does that put them at right now?
They go to Cincinnati and lose.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, man. I really do like the Cincinnati organization. I do think they got a bunch of young cats that are really talented. But I guess for the same reason I gave the Saints about the more overall well-rounded team. I guess give it to. I guess you convinced me about that sweep. So how many wins did Baltimore get? Yeah, I just think that I mean, I get it. They're going to be hitting with that new defensive coordinator and his style, but
That
I
it's
mean,
not enough to beat Cincinnati.
the
They're going to
Bengals
win
increased their
games.
offensive.
We got them at 13. They're not going to win 13 games though, but
13 seems a little far-fetched, bro.
way far fetched. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking more like 9, maybe 10. Get that double digit.
But when we just talked about 13, that kind of makes you go probably 10 wins, maybe 11.
I mean, they got 11 last year.
Yeah. So they'll probably be at 11, 10, 11 wins. I would feel comfortable taking the over on the 9.5. I would.
I mean, based on they were banged up last year and they still managed to get 11 wins, I would say probably yes. I mean,
Would I?
Smart money says yeah.
Probably not. You probably leave that alone.
It's going to be interesting to see how they play out.
If you did throw money on it, I'd go with the over.
I mean, I don't think I'd throw money on them winning the Super Bowl, but, you know.
No. All right, last quick. This will be easy to go through. Cincinnati. Pittsburgh.
Win.
At home. Yep. Then they go to Dallas.
I think they're going to be able to win.
I do too. Then they go to the Jets.
Should be a win.
Yep. Then they host Miami.
I think they'd win that game.
All right. Here's the game we're putting as a win for Baltimore. In Baltimore.
No, I thought we gave this to the Bengals. I thought the Bengals swept them.
Yeah.
We're
giving it to them in Baltimore.
Oh, okay.
Right, yeah.
That's what you said. Okay,
yep.
My bad.
And then they go to New Orleans. I think they go to New Orleans and win.
It's going to be a close game. I think Burrow's way better than Winston, so I would say
I feel confident throwing down money on Cincinnati to cover that. Cover. Not just win the game. I'd go Cincinnati to cover whatever the spread will be. And we don't even know yet. Pre-bet.
Yeah. I think the Bengals could win. They should win that game. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, Kamara and Mixon are pretty close. They're a little bit different style running backs.
I know, but I'm not saying it's 100%.
I know. Yeah. I was just trying to think of every way. I think Chase has the potential to be better than Thomas.
He's good.
They have really comparable players, both teams do, but Burrow is not comparable to Winston. So for that simple fact, I'll give it to the Bengals.
Then they host Atlanta.
Win.
I stay at the office. Then they go to Cleveland. I think they take care of Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
Then they have Then they host Carolina.
Should win.
I think they beat Carolina. Then they have the bye week. They go to Pittsburgh. We put this as a Cincinnati win.
Mm-hmm.
Then they go to Tennessee.
Sure, that one's going to be – that one I was looking at, man. I want to give it to the Bengals, but shoot, man. Derrick Henry's so good during the regular season. It's hard for teams to beat Tennessee. I think that the Bengals –
When we talked AFC South, you talked me out of the Tennessee win.
Okay, well then Pass Don was smart, and we're going to continue with that.
You sure? I think the dude Don's smart.
Oh, you think Tennessee's going to win?
No.
Yeah.
I think Cincinnati will be.
Yeah, I think Cincinnati's going to win. Oh, yeah. Old Don said Tennessee was going to win?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah. That's what you said. Yeah.
I have Tennessee winning this game.
Yeah.
Old Don had Cincinnati winning this game.
Yeah, Old Don, New Don. Agree. High five.
We go in with Old Don?
Yeah, with the Cincy win.
Cincy win. Over Tennessee. All right.
Now I don't know how much of that is optimism versus reality, but I just think that man, all any team just needs to. I know it's easier said than done, but stop Derrick Henry and stop Tennessee.
No, that'll take Tennessee down to 11 wins. And we said they won't have as many wins as they did last year.
We got 12 wins last year, so it's not like a huge difference.
But we said they will have less, and now we got them down below
Shouldn't
12.
have gotten rid of A.J. Brown, man.
We found them a loss, and I like it. Then there we go. Okay. Then they host Kansas City.
Ooh, man.
This will be a Kansas
City.
City.
Going to be a loss, unfortunately.
Yep. Then they host Cleveland. I think they beat Cleveland. Then they go to Tampa Bay. I don't think they'll win in Tampa Bay. Road game, coin flip.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this one to the home team.
Okay. I think I got a better chance of beating Tampa than Kansas City. So yeah.
And I think because it's the second road game in a row, they go to New England and New England beats them.
Really?
Yeah, New England wins the 5-0.
I mean, I don't know, man. I think the Bengals are a better team, but double road game, that does play into that does play some wear and tear on your body.
And not to mention, if you notice something that's we're going through the schedule, we got to start finding some losses here, bud.
Yeah, I was looking at it and I was like, we were about to give the Bengals a lot more wins than Vegas.
They're going to get, yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, how many wins they get last year? 9, 10?
10.
10?
Yeah, we've damn near hit 10 already.
I think they'd probably get around 10. I want to say they're going to be better than last year.
Yeah. So I got New England winning.
Man, you're definitely not giving them the next win. I know that.
Definitely no. Host Buffalo. Buffalo's winning that game.
We already gave Cleveland the last. I mean, we already gave Cincy the last win.
And then Baltimore, exactly. That puts it's different now. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's your view on the Cincinnati at Baltimore?
I wanted to give them 1-1.
Baltimore can win that game.
I mean,
yeah,
but we're not doing that just to justify whatever.
Yeah,
list you're pondering that right now.
I got a sweep. No, I have a red dot on the game at Baltimore, which means you think Baltimore will win.
I think that they could potentially win one game, but I would feel like they're going to win the later game, not the earlier game. But we back and forth this, and I just sided with the sweep.
We're looking at 13.
It's not out of reach. I think 11-12 is more reasonable.
Yeah.
I mean, 11 for sure. I would say I'd be very impressed with 12. 13, I mean, I'm looking at it. I know they almost won the Super Bowl, or not almost, they were in it. So, but like,
I don't think they're 3 games better than they were last year.
Yeah. I mean, 3 games, I know. It might not seem like a lot, but that is a lot better.
3 games is a lot.
I'd say 11 or 12. Definitely over what Vegas says.
Yeah. So to sum it up, does Mike McDonald have what it takes to shut down Joe Burrow?
No.
Nope. Because we still got a Cincinnati sweep. However, there is a chance you will once again win more games than they do.
Yeah.
But who will be the better playoff team?
Cincinnati.
That is what
barring injuries.
So, everybody, thank you for joining us. Donnie, as always.
Thanks, Brit. Appreciate it.
Talking shop with you, man. And We'll see everybody next week.
Y'all be safe.
Take care.